Zach talks hard when the 12s come through. Hot takes, big plays, and a whole lot of blue. Go Hawks, go Hawks, go Hawks. This is Zach talks Hawks.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of our Washington Frontier Riverhawk College Football 26 Dynasty Mode. And yeah, we're back, and I sound awful, but we're just gonna grit our teeth and get through this episode because what's on tap today, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. We are in way over our heads today, going toe-to-toe in a rivalry game against the Oregon Ducks. They are ranked 6th in the nation. I just hope we don't get embarrassed too bad. So let's take the field. Had a decent outing last week against Boise. Let's see what we can do. And hopefully maybe get some style points today. There's the duck. These guys are ready to go. Again, messing with the audio stuff, just trying to find out the balance that works best. Hope your New Year's is filled with a lot of joy. As you can tell, I'm spending mine being sick. Just want to double check our settings here before we begin. I know I changed this before we started, but I just want to double check. Broadcast music volume, cinematic volume, crowd volume, in-game commentaries at 0. All right, we're good. We're ready. All right, enough postponing the inevitable. We're getting started here. Versus Oregon. Decent little return. The Washington Frontier going to take the field. As you can see, our scrimmage against these guys last season didn't go great. And out of all three of our rivals, this is the one that is most far-fetched. This is going to be the one that we're going to wind up trying to figure out how we're going to defeat later on down the road. Last week our running game was really, really good. Hopefully we get some good production from them this week. We'll look here maybe for English. A little grab right there. We're down in 5. Ooh, we got it. Didn't get the first down though. We're gonna punt. I know this probably isn't the most sexy decision out there, but of course now we're gonna shake it. Penalized for doing the right thing. Oh, he fielded it. Oh, and we missed. Okay. Good to know. Dante Moore is their quarterback, and he looks to have a pretty good day against our team, which struggled against the pass. Did turn on. Oh, got the defense. But hey, last week's game we did start with some slowness against the run, and we toughened up there. I did make some changes to the wear and tear sliders. Not necessarily to the injury slider itself. I kind of want to see if the wear and tear stuff, if I can tweak that, and that'll take care of the injury stuff all by itself. A little swing pass there. Good tackle there in the open field. All right, big third down. Can we stop him? We're going to guess pass because, well, he's all by himself. Maybe we get some pressure. We do. It's not quick enough. Malik Benson. Last week it was tight end play that really did us in against Boise. Let's see if we can toughen up here against this prolific offense. Screen pass to a tight end. Dante Moore last week apparently was electric. Can we toughen up here on defense? I thought this was going to be a run play for sure. Incomplete. I was kind of ready for that pass over the middle. I'm not going to lie. I kind of was hoping it would get to me. We're going to prepare for the sticks here. Wow. He was wide open out of the backfield. All right. This drive already not looking great. We're going to shift the defensive line inside, try to stuff the run. And it doesn't matter. Oregon's on top. Well then. Slow start by the offense. I think the defense did everything it possibly could as we're going to try to get the block, and we do. Voice cracking and everything. Goodness gracious. I don't know how many of you out there are sick, but have that weird new flu strand floating out there in the ether. And I have it. And it is miserable. But I really wanted to get another episode out. I really enjoy playing this, so I'm going to soldier through. We'll try to get the run game going, and look at this. Look at Poe down the sideline, 50, 40. He might be gone. The 30, the 20, the 10, and Washington Frontier. Your Riverhawks have scored a touchdown. Oh my goodness. I did not expect that off of that play. Let's go. And we're an extra point away from taking the lead. Cameron Poe making things happen. Great blocking, especially from our wide receivers there on the outside, and Poe does the rest. Had a great game from a whole bunch of different running backs last week, and your Riverhawks take the lead here in Eugene. I'm not going to lie, I didn't expect us to do a whole lot of anything this week. We hold the lead right now against the number 6 team in the nation. Let's see what our defense can do. Short rest, though. That's the draw. Oh, really thought I was going to jump that route. He played it long, though, and played it well. I was ready for that interception. That would have been huge. Oregon already approaching midfield. Tried to anticipate the run. Oh, got stiff-armed into oblivion. Hughes, their running back. Of course, this is, we're playing way, way above our weight class right now. Just getting bullied up front. Not a lot we can do. These guys doing everything they can. Continue to move the ball well, and they do. My headphones just died. It doesn't really matter. I stream iRacing, and I sometimes lose connection to my earbuds. In that game, you need a lot more sound to hear the car. This game, you just drowning out the noise of the crowd. So, I think we could do without. Good run up the middle here for Oregon. Again, they can just do whatever they want. Let's see what we can do here. First down and 10. Can we buckle up here in the red zone? That'd be interesting, as I wanted that pick. Wow, got spun out. Dang it. I read that well. I knew where he was going with it. But it didn't matter. Guess Oregon's banking on the fact that we can't hit lightning in a bottle twice. Not going for 2. They're going to settle for a 6-point lead. This is one of those deals, though, where, I mean, they're just going to continue moving up and down the field. I have to admit, that big run play's got me believing. This is the first time we're going to see Lakes in the game, or starting running back. He's going to get immediately swallowed up there in the backfield. We'll look here maybe for Montgomery. Nope, we're going into the second quarter. I mean, if you were to tell me we were only down 6 to Oregon going into the second quarter, I'd probably take it. Granted, it was on one big play that wasn't meant to be a big play. Hopefully we can get something steady going here. This is the play. Oh, bad route running there. Oh. Didn't really get out of his break as much as I thought. I think that was that sophomore tight end that we're really excited about. We'll take a look here for English maybe. A lot of great route running all around there. Thought he could have went up the field a little bit more. We got a punt. Our punts this season have not been great. Let's try to get a good one here. Decent enough. Good tackle. Good coverage. But they're only 10 yards away from getting to the opposite side of the 50. It's kind of like watching a slow train wreck. They're just so big. Look at that. Just no penetration up front, and we're just not getting in the backfield. At least with Boise, we could kind of bring some pressure with this school being the way it is. Look at that. Just let him go. Oh. Alex Harkey is hurt. I think that's the right tackle. Whew. All right. If we bow up here, I think it shows a little bit of fight. There's a good tackle. Our linebackers have been putting in a lot of work. And again, I said at the preview video, that Sam linebacker spot is probably the highlight on our defense. Yeah, I mean, it's a deep room. Looking, he's got him. He just beat the cover two by running that deep post. Touchdown, Oregon. Yikes. Not going to block that one, and it is 20-7. Points on this drive, super critical. Out of my coffee. Gonna try to get a decent return here. That's not bad. Out to the 20. Gonna try to keep the coughing and the sniffles to a minimum. Got some football to play. Here comes Lakes. Blowed up. Yikes. Just nothing. There's just nothing there. This is what I like about the NCAA games, man, where there's such a huge discrepancy with talent. You certainly feel it. Ooh, a couple broken tackles there from Poe. But I mean, it was the same even in like the old college basketball games too. If you picked a scrub college basketball team, you want to be a Cinderella team, good luck. Oh, that mesh point took forever. What was that? I can't believe that resulted in a first down. He just didn't let go of the mesh point. I know it was a designed RPO, but he kept it for a long time. Oh, I lollipopped that. I shouldn't have. Dang. All right, let's try to go for this Y cross here. I haven't really tested them deep just simply because I'm afraid. Got him. That's Montgomery breaking the tackle. All right, I see you, Skip. 4 minutes left to go till halftime. Oh, had English there. Wasn't able to get a hold of him. If you happen to hear the yelling of small children, it's bath time right now. And they very much enjoy it. So here comes Poe. Their room is right there. Right above me here in the man cave. All right. Looking for some good crossers here. It's not going to happen. Hanging in there, though. Gets it to English. Okay. Rashad English has been really good for us here in the first couple weeks. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of him. Not really getting a whole lot of other wide receiver help as Lakes goes up the middle for a couple. Lakes is actually hurt. That's interesting. His wear and tear wreaking havoc on him. Looking for Montgomery here if we can get him. Just not enough time to do anything. Oh, and now I remember back to our kicking woes of last episode. Left 9 points on the board last week at Boise State. I don't want another opportunity like that to happen, so we're just going to launch it deep. Intercepted. Kind of want to see the wide receiver fight for that, especially when you switch on him and you press go up for it and he doesn't get it. Well, there's the turnover. It's kind of a wash anyway. The way I see it is you can't make kicks. Our kicker's awful. We thought the road disadvantage for kicking last week was crazy at Boise State. I can't imagine what it's like here at Oregon. There's a run up the gut. Good play on defense. I will say we have kept it a little bit closer than I thought we would. It's just our offense has not really been able to continue to manufacture drives all the way down the field. Oregon's going to call a timeout here with a minute left. So they're looking for more. I mean, if we were to get the ball back, I'd try to push, but we're not getting the ball back, so just got to play decent defense. Lull them into a mistake. That's my guy, and I missed. All right, 31 seconds left to go here before half. Gonna try to keep those coughs to a minimum, but when I do, I want to try to go away from the mic. Oh, that was our pick opportunity. We missed it. And now they're in field goal range. This clock is winding down. Yeah, I was going to say, they need to call a timeout. We're going to try to block it. Psych, we're calling a timeout. I don't know. I don't even know if icing people on the road actually does anything. I'd like to think it does for my mind. We already blocked an extra point today. And this one is good for Oregon. They're going to go up 23-7 here going into half. We're going to kneel it. I don't know what the coach is going to call. QB kneel. Yep, I got you, coach. We're going to kneel the ball going into halftime. Yikes. Yeah, aside from that, Well, we did. I was gonna say, aside from that one run, we really didn't have a lot. But that's not really true. We did have a decent drive going before that interception. This is just, I mean, same thing happened with Boise last week where we just couldn't get in the end zone. Then we tried to rely on our kicker 3 times, and that didn't work either. All right, starting the third quarter here. Ooh, good pass break up there. Like what I see out of that linebacker position, but from Henry. I'm gonna get a hold of Glayton here, maybe force a mistake. Yeah, they're just so fast and shifty. I can't do anything. I mean, we are the cupcake school you schedule to tune up against, so it's not really a surprise that we're struggling. This is Zach Talks Hawks, by the way. So we do wind up talking Seattle Seahawks football on this channel. I'm excited. Wasn't able to, not excited about this. I wasn't able to do our weekly show with, oh, there we go. Here I am talking about Seahawks, and now we're giving up a good run. Wasn't able to get on with my buddy Joe Stevens to do our weekly show coast to coast. Let me tell you, I've really enjoyed that this year. It's been a lot of fun doing that weekly show with Joe. But I don't know, maybe I'll get to talk to him today. Maybe he'll be available later on tonight. We'll see. Would love to do a show with him just because Seattle's got such a big week ahead of him. That's awesome. With winner-take-all meeting against San Francisco for the 1 seed for the West. It'd be really, really cool if Seattle wound up putting it all together. I think this year, for a Seahawk fan, everything is just kind of gravy as Oregon scores. From here on in, I don't think there was a whole lot of expectations with this team. A lot of people picked us to finish last in the division. A lot of people didn't really know what Sam Darnold had for us, apart from the system in Minnesota last year. He's turned out to be a pretty decent quarterback. I'm really curious because this is like the epitome of the game that Sam Darnold would struggle with. He was in this situation last year in position to get the 1 seed and didn't do so well. So I'm curious to know if he's learned and grown since then. Super excited for Saturday night. So maybe we might wind up getting a show together. It'll be a show where Joe will have to talk a lot. Here's Poe again. Big gain. Well, I'd love to have the opportunity to sit with him and pick his brain about the game. All right, back to Riverhawk football. Is really all pressure is off at this point. Down by 23. We're going to flip this play. Blake's trying to bounce it to the outside. Both of those running backs are east to west playmaker archetypes, and I really haven't had a whole lot of success with that. We did last week against Boise, that's for sure. A lot of different running backs showing up. Ooh, a little bit of lag right there. I don't know why. Messed me up. I don't know if that was on my capture or was that on the actual system itself. Still lagging a little bit. If any of you out there have your own channels and do game record plays, I'm interested to hear from you. Yeah, it's still a little, yeah, it's still bugging out a little bit. I don't know why. I'm interested to hear from you because I really want to do this with as good of a quality as possible, and I've noticed my last couple. Get him. Thank you. My last couple videos, they've only been able to render and upload into 720. I've changed some settings here on OBS, and what I did before was I opened the Elgato Studio, and then I screen grabbed from that big screen, was able to put it through OBS as a screen grab, and put my camera on and do all the volume stuff through what would be monitor volume. Today, I just ported right from the Elgato capture card over to OBS. Now, I don't know if this, like, oh my gosh, they're just so good. And the lag is not the excuse for me sucking. It's just, this team is so good. We didn't have this lag before. I don't know if that's something with OBS or, man, he tried to dive? He tried to dive in from like the 5-yard line? That's crazy. But this episode, it's directly from the capture card itself. I'm hoping for some better picture quality, and then I'm hoping for the ability to upload it in 1080p and have things crisp. Like I said, I take a lot of my gameplay inspiration from guys like Mr. Hurricane and Not the Expert, and you know, those guys, like, I admire a lot. I love what Mr. Hurricane's been able to do with his Madden rebuilds and things like that. Like, how I play Madden and stuff is, like, for fun, is because of how he does his Madden franchises and how he does his Madden rebuilds. And I want to be able to produce content like that. That's like a pipe dream. But even if it is just like on the side, which is what Zach Talks Hawks is, I'd still want it to be able to say, well, this is good quality stuff. And so now, that might be a good throw. Nope. Intercepted. Oh, this might even be... Nope. No. Whew. Anyway, even though the gameplay might not be great, I still want the videos to be of good quality. And the last couple, with the team introduction video and our first gameplay video, it's just not as crisp as what I see other people having. Now, my video capture device, it's an Elgato, I don't know, it's an S Plus. I've had it for a while. It's what I used to record our old Xbox content here on the channel. And I actually went back and watched some of those videos just to try to find a rhythm, to see what was good. And, man, like, the ZFL stuff, where we did a Madden 12 thing, built our whole universe, built a complete different league with all these different players, all these different teams. We had lore for, like, all the teams. That stuff's really interesting. I think that kind of stuff I'd have a lot of fun with. There's just not a lot of viewership for stuff like that. And then this is really just for fun. As you can see, it's clearly not because I'm any good. I reminded one of my buddies who watched the first episode. I said, well, I did do a... There's Oregon finally getting in. Oh, and Oregon's just taking it to us. In the lore, they did beat us like 63-7 or something like that in our first get-together. So at the very least, as one of our... Oh, no, that's Montrose. We actually need him. He can't be injured. In the lore, like, Oregon did beat us like 63-7 or something like that. So this tracks. Man. All right, let's just put one good drive together. Let's have something we can write home about for next week. There we go. Please, I just want one good drive. Now that the pressure's off, we ain't coming back. We're not winning. Ooh, almost threw a pick right there. But we knew this would be like the biggest hill to climb. You know, next week is our third rivalry game in Washington. That game, my expectation is... Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I thought he caught it. My expectation for the Washington game is keep it close for a half and see what happens. I thought really out of our first three games, our most winnable one was Boise last week. They're crashing. Got it. And unfortunately, we didn't get the win against Boise. So we have an uphill climb to even think about making a bowl. A lot of that, I think, is going to depend on how good we match up against Oregon State, because we are in the Pac-12, which means we play the only other team in the Pac-12 twice just to see who wins the Pac-12 for funsies. And then what I'm going to do for next season is I'm going to realign the Pac-12 the way that they're going to be realigned in real life, which is a lot of Mountain West teams joining the Pac-12. That's why we're kind of getting a preview of a lot of them in our schedule this year. And hopefully we can prepare well for those matchups next season. We are driving down the field here late. It's not been a terrible day. I mean, it's gone as expected. There we go. There's a nice grab. English has been very good. I mean, not as productive as last week, but nobody's been as productive as they were last week. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Get in there. Yay! Hey, speaking of him, let's go. Your Riverhawks get back on the board here in the fourth quarter. Talk about a moral victory. Jeez Louise. That was a nice little play. Making it happen. So Rashad English, that's his fifth catch of the day. Gets a touchdown this week, so I'm going to miss this extra point, am I? Nope, made it. Down by 30 against the number 6 team in the nation. There's no coming back from this. I'm not going to bore you with onside kicks. There's only 4 minutes left. Just going to take our lumps. I mean, going against these teams, they're going to be a good marker for us. They're kind of tiered in terms of our rivalries. I think Boise was the one that we could easily get this year. You know, thinking positively. It was a very attainable win, and we kind of let that slip through our fingers. We had to work at it, but, you know, we kind of let that slip away. If it wasn't for the kicks, I mean, we really could have had them there. Washington, I think, is a if everything goes right for you kind of game. You have a chance. And then Oregon's like, you know, you're not going to beat them for a couple years. That was a good play by the corner. We actually force a punt. Holy moly. All right. First time all game we forced a punt. Came with 2 minutes left to go. All right, 2:49 left to go in the game. Ooh, trying. Did he catch that? Sexton came down with it. Saxon. I want to call him Sexton, like Richie Sexton, old Mariner. And I can't believe he caught that. And I can't believe he's still running. Might run a hurry up. I know we're not coming back from it, but... Ooh, got him. Look at this. That's that tight end we're all jazzed up about. I think it's Delgado, maybe? Diego? I can't remember his name. I'm sorry that the commentary isn't very great. Again, I rang in the new year with the flu and I don't feel great. My brain's in a fog. But hey, we're having a good time. Have a better time here if Poe gets in. Nice cutback, trying to get in. Coach still calling run plays when we haven't ran the ball well up the gut all game. Trying to cut it back upfield. Not working. Gosh dang it, dude. All right. I never run speed options, but we're going to try. Yeah. That's why. Well, my friend David will be very happy that he made it into the video because he appeared online. All right. Oh, we're just going to try to go for it here. Nope. I mean, do we even... what are you going to do? Send the kicker out? Because that's worked, right? There's no way I wasn't going to go for it there. And the coach even suggested it, so... It is what it is. Come on, show some pride. Get him down. Hopefully, the sound balance this week is good. Again, just tinkering on some stuff. And again, if you guys have any suggestions over how people record gaming videos and things like that, I'm interested to listen. I want the... Oh, he's so open. I want the content to be as good as possible. And that's it. 30-point win for the Ducks as your Riverhawks fall to 0-2 in the Green and Copper War. I like the names that I made for these rivalry games. You'll see the one for Washington next week. But let's just take a look at how our guys did. Not a bad day from Ross Bailey. Had a pretty good rating. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Our rushing attack really was all because of that one play. He ran for 80 yards, Cameron Poe. Our starter here, Javion Lakes, did not do well at all. Ran for negative yards, so that's interesting. Receiving, we didn't really do a whole lot. Rashard English capped off that really nice drive. Our offensive line didn't allow a single sack, so that's something to hang your hat on. We didn't get a sack all game, so there's that. But overall, the game went about as you would expect it would against the number 6 team in the country. For anybody wondering, if you didn't tune into last week's episode, or last week in terms of Dynasty, but in the last episode here, I don't do recruiting. I set up the recruiting board for the guys that I want and then just let it ride. I think recruiting is kind of boring. It gets stale very quickly and kind of gives the illusion like, hey, I'm the head coach. I mean, I'll go with you to the end visits, but like there's other people to do that. We live in the age of NIL anyway. They all they want is money. So let's go ahead to next week. Moving on from getting whooped by Oregon to now, as you can see here, I have a couple guys on our recruiting board that are getting closer. And now we prepare for our last rivalry game against the Washington Huskies. They're 2-0, so it's going to be tough. But I think if everything goes our way, we have a shot to win this game. If you like what you see here, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to be able to make this a regular series with you. That's the intention. Hopefully we get on later today and have a live stream with Joe Stevens. Well, I'll check his schedule and see what happens, but I really wanted to get this Riverhawk content out for you guys. I hope you enjoy it, and tune in for next episode, and we'll take on in-state rival the Huskies. Maybe get our first win in program history. My name is Dak. I'll talk to you guys again here real soon.
That talks home.